everyone. So we are going to start your additional mathematics syllabus. First we have to see the syllabus of your additional mathematics 2. So in that the 5 modules will be there. In that the first module having a topic that is the linear algebra. So in the linear algebra we have a topics that is introduction of the basic matrices, and then the rank of a matrix by elementary row operations and in the echelon form, and the consistency of a system of linear equations, Gauss elimination method, eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a square matrix problems. If you know the thorough knowledge of our matrices, then the simplification of the topics of the problems in the linear algebra will be get easy. So the second module will be numerical methods. In that we have the topics, those are finite differences, interpolation or extrapolation using the Newton's forward and backward difference formula. Here only the statements will be used, or there is no proof will be taken of the Newton's forward and backward difference formula. And based on that we have some problems and the solution of polynomial and transcendental equations. In that we have the Newton-Raphson and Regla-Folcy method. Here also in the Newton Regla-Folcy and Newton-Raphson method we have only the formulas, there is no proof. And then illustrative examples depends on all the topics of the numericals. And then numerical integrations. In that we have a Simpson's 1/3 rule. In the numerical integration we solve the Simpson's 1/3 rule. So that is the content of your modulo 2. So next in the modulo 3 we have a topic that is higher order ordinary differential equation. In the higher order ordinary differential equations we have the topics, those are linear differential equations of the second and higher order equations with the constant coefficients. Coefficients must be constant in the higher order and second order differential equations. And the next topic is homogeneous and non-homogeneous equations. And the inverse differential operators. In the inverse differential operators we have a particular integral. So those particular integral topic will be restricted to the r of x as a e raised to ax sin ax by cos ax and x raised to n. So for the f of d of y equal to r of x will be restricted to these three functions. Those will be come under the particular integral. So these are the topics of the modulo 3, that is higher order differential equations. Next we have the modulo 4. In that we have the topic that is partial differential equations. So in the partial differential equation we have the topics, those are formation of partial differential equation by the elimination of arbitrary constants and functions. And the next topic is the solution of non-homogeneous partial differential equation by the direct integration. And next is homogeneous partial differential equations involving the derivative with respect to one independent variable only. And the last modulo is the fifth one, that is the probability. In the probability you have some basic introduction regarding the probability, and then the topics will be content, a sample space, events and the axioms of a probability, addition and multiplication theorem of the probability and conditional probability and the Bayes theorem. And on all the topics we have a examples to solve these probabilities, and this will be the content of your all the 5 modules. And now I'm going to start the first modulo, that is linear algebra. So to solve this linear algebra we need some basic introductions regarding the matrices. So I am going to just recap to your matrices topic. First, what is the matrix? Meaning of the matrices. Here the meaning of the matrices means arrangement of the elements or numbers in a row and column wise. We have already A31, A32, so on. Here the matrices will be indicated by the capital letters. Arrangement of the numbers or the elements in a row and column wise will be called a matrix. And here the number of rows and number of columns will be indicated by m and n respectively. M indicates number of rows, n indicates number of columns. Then we say that order of the matrix is A. Order of the matrix A is indicated by O of A, that is m cross n. Here m rows and n columns will be taken, so that we have taken it as m cross n. And some important examples means simply some examples of the regarding the matrices. In generally we taken A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you can see that number of rows are 2. Number of columns are 1, 2, 3. So that is how to take the number of rows and columns here. Suppose the matrix have an order, a matrix of a order 1 cross n. Matrix of a order 1 cross n is called a row matrix. And a matrix of a order n cross 1 is called a column matrix. A matrix of order 1 cross n is called a row matrix, and a matrix of order n cross 1 is called a column matrix. And the examples are 1, 2, 3. Row is 1, column is 3. Similarly, rows will be 3, column is 1. So the matrix of order 1 cross n is called a row matrix, and the matrix of order n cross 1 is called a column matrix. Suppose the matrix of a order, if number of rows and columns are equal, then it is a square matrix. If the number of rows and number of columns of a matrix are equal, then it is called square matrix. See here, number of rows are 2, number of columns are 2. Similarly, number of rows are 3, number of columns are 3. If the rows and columns are equal, then it is called square matrix. Suppose m and n are equal, in generally we write the A as A11, A12, so on, A1n, A21, A22, so on, A2n, A31, A32, so on, A3n. Next AN1, AN2, so on, ANN. Where m and n are equal means that is a square matrix. So it is of the order n cross n. In generally we say that order n. Here the elements A11, A22, A33, so on, ANN. They constitutes the principal diagonal. A11, A22, A33, so on, ANN will constitute the principal diagonal of a matrix A. Principal diagonal of the square matrix A. These will be constitute the principal diagonal of the square matrix A. And the sum of all these elements is called trace of A. Sum of all these elements of A is called the trace. Trace of A. Means sum of all the principal diagonal elements is called the trace of A here. And next one is a square matrix having having all the elements all the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. Below the principal diagonal are 0 is called the upper triangular matrix, and similarly a square matrix having all the elements above the principal diagonal are 0. Above the principal diagonal are 0 is called the lower triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix means the elements above the below the principal diagonal are 0, and lower triangular means all the elements above the principal diagonal are 0. So for example, see, this is our principal diagonal. Below the principal diagonal all the elements are 0, so that it is called upper triangular matrix. Above the principal diagonal all the elements are 0, so that it is called lower triangular matrices respectively. And next one is a diagonal matrix. So what is the diagonal matrix? A diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which if every element other than the principal diagonal elements are 0. A diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which all the elements other than diagonal principal diagonal elements are 0. All the elements other than principal diagonal elements are 0 is called diagonal matrix. So 4, 5, 0, 0. See here, other than the principal diagonal elements, all elements are becomes 0 here. Suppose in this diagonal elements, if these principal diagonal elements are equal, means they all are same. If every element of a diagonal matrix, is the same, means if these principal diagonal elements are same, then it is called is the same, then it is called a scalar matrix. So that we have written here examples. So next one is, suppose in a scalar matrix if every element is equal to unity, that is 1, is called a identity matrix. Means all the principal diagonal elements of the diagonal matrix are equal to 1, then it is called identity matrix here. So next one is, suppose all the elements of a matrices are equal to 0. A matrix having a matrix having all the elements are equal to 0. All the elements are equal to 0 is called null matrix. Is called null matrix. So next one is transpose of the matrices. Transpose of A means transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix means interchanging of the rows and columns. The matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns is called the transpose of a given matrix. So transpose of A is indicated by A dash. Example, suppose A equal to 1, 2, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose A is your matrix of the order, number of rows will be 2, number of columns will be 3, of order 2 cross 3. Transpose of A means interchanging the rows and columns. Interchanging of the rows and column means the elements in the first row will be written in the first column. The elements of second row will be written in the second column. Or else elements of first column will be taken in the first row. Elements of second column will be taken in the second row. Elements of third column will be taken in the third row. That is called interchanging of rows and columns. So that we call that is transpose of A here. Transpose of the matrix means interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix. So next one is symmetric matrix. A square matrix A is said to be a symmetric. Is said to be a symmetric if A equal to transpose of A, and it is said to be a skew, and it is said to be a skew symmetric, and it is said to be a skew symmetric if A equal to minus of the transpose of A is equal to minus of the transpose of A. For example, A equal to 1, 2, 2, 3. Transpose of A equal to first column will be taken in the first row. Second column will be taken in the second row. There is no changes will be obtained here. A becomes A dash. So that it is a symmetric matrix. Now come to the skew symmetric. Now take the transpose of A. First column taken in the first row, second column taken in the second row. See here, I am taking the minus sign common in the entire matrices. If you take the minus sign outside, it becomes plus. Here you am taking the minus sign outside, that becomes minus 1 and 0. Now minus of this is again equals to A only. So that transpose of A will becomes a minus A, or A equals to minus of transpose of A. That is called skew symmetric of the matrices. So now I am taking algebra of the matrices. Algebra of matrices. Algebra of the matrices means addition, multiplication and subtraction. Now come to the first topic, that is scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means suppose A is any matrix, and then K is some scalar. Suppose K is any scalar. The matrix obtained by multiplying every element of A by the K is called scalar multiple of the matrix A, and that is denoted by K. For example, suppose K equal to 3. A equal to 2, 3, 5, minus 1, 4, 6. Multiple of K with the A means means 3a means multiply every element of A by the 3. 3 into 2 6, 3 into 3 9, 3 into 5 15, 3 into minus 1 minus 3, 3 into 4 12, 3 into 6 18. Scalar multiple of matrices means multiplying the every element of A by that scalar term. Next one is sum and differences. Sum and difference of a two matrices. Sum and differences of the two matrices. Suppose A and B are the two matrices. To add the two matrices, the first rule should be both should be of the same order. If A and B have the same order, then only we can add or subtract. Otherwise, we cannot add the two matrices. If you want to add the two matrices, those two matrices should have the same order. Then only we can make the addition and subtraction of the matrices. So that addition of the two matrices means, for example, suppose we have a matrices A equal to minus 1 4 5 4 and B equal to 6 3 5 minus 4. Then addition of these two matrices is equal to, here respected elements will be taken the addition. First element of the first row added to first element of the first row of the second matrix, minus 1 plus 6 5. Second element of the first row will be taken to addition out to the first row of the second element of the another matrix, 4 plus 3 7, 5 plus 5 10, 4 minus 4 0. Similarly, subtraction is equals to, first I will write the matrices here, minus 1 4 5 4 minus 6 3 5 minus 4. So subtraction is equals to minus 1 minus 6 minus 7 4 minus 3 1 5 minus 5 0 4 minus of minus 4 8. That is the subtraction of the two matrices. Similarly, we can take like a 2a plus 3b. First we have to multiply the a by 2, b by 3, and then we have to take the addition. So that becomes 16, 17, 25 minus 4. You can see here minus 2 into 1, sorry 2 into minus 1 minus 2 plus 3 into 6 18, 18 minus 2 16, 2 into 4 8, 3 into 3 9, 9 plus 8, 5 into 2 10, 5 into 3 15, 15 plus 10, 2 into 4 8, minus 4 into 3 minus 12, minus 12 plus 8 minus 4. So like that we have to take the addition of the and subtraction of the matrices and also the scalar multiplication of the matrices. So now I am taking the product of two matrices. Product of two matrices, here to take the multiplication or product of the two matrices A and B. The condition to take the product of the two matrices is, suppose A is a matrix of order m cross n, B is a matrix of order p cross q. To take the multiplication of these two matrices, there should be a condition that n should be equal to p. Means number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Means to take A and B, there should be the condition here. Similarly, if you take a B into A, order of B should be P into Q. Order of A should be m cross n. Then Q should be equal to m. Like that you have to check out the rule to take the before taking the product. Then only we can make the product of the two matrices. Means rows of the elements of A are, next I am taking to the multiplication here. Suppose in the multiplication we have to take the row elements of A are multiplied with the corresponding column elements of B and are added. Row elements of A are multiplied with the corresponding column elements of B and are added. That is how to take the multiplication. So I am taking an example here how to take the multiplication. So matrix A equal to 3, 2, 1, B equal to 2, 4, 2, B equal to 1, 0, 3, 2, 4, 6. See here the matrix A is of the order, number of rows will be 2, number of columns will be 3. Here the matrix of B having the order, number of rows will be 3, number of columns will be 2. This column is equal to this row, so that we can take the multiplication here. And the product of the product of AB should have the order. Suppose A is of order m cross n, B is order of P cross Q. Suppose n and P are equal, then AB should be of the order mq. AB should be of the order m cross q. Now here the order of AB should be 2 cross 2. Now I am taking the rule how to take the multiplication. Here first row, first column respectively elements are multiplied and added. 3 into 1 3 plus 2 into 0 0 plus 1 into 3 3. Now consider the same row. Now move to the second column. 3 into 2 6, 2 into 4 8, 1 into 6 6. Next second row, first column, 2 into 1 2 plus 4 into 0 0 plus 3 into 2 6. Next second row, second column, 2 into 2 4 plus 4 into 4 16 plus 66 into 2. So now simplify the term. 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 6 12, 12 plus 8 20, 6 plus 2 8, 16, 12 plus 4 16, 16 16 32 is of the order 2 cross 2. That is how to take the multiplication of the matrices here. Here there should be a one condition. In every case AB is not equal to BA. The product of AB and BA should not be same here. So that is our, generally the commutative will not be satisfied for the product of the matrices. So that is some important note. AB is not equal to BA. And second one, suppose A is of order m cross n, B is of order n cross P, C is of order P cross Q, then associative law will be exist. A of BC is equal to AB of C. That is our second note. And similarly we have a suppose A of B plus C is equal to AB plus BC. That is multiplication distributive. And similarly in the transpose there is a property, transpose of AB equal to transpose of B into transpose of AB plus AC.